Content marketing, simplify, then amplify. So every week we get a call from somebody who has an issue with their online lead generation. And often they say they feel they're doing lots of things right, but results are just not what they'd hoped for. And quite a common reason for this is they're sharing a message very widely, perhaps spending what they feel is a lot of money, but the message just doesn't resonate with or excite their ideal customer. And in our workshops, we actually run an exercise to plan the content our prospect wants to see. And in every case, without exception, people always find ways they can improve their message. And it's a big problem, particularly the companies we work with, turnover in millions of pounds, because marketing budgets are often quite big. So if the message doesn't cut through as well as it could, the whole marketing operation can't run efficiently. And if the message isn't right, there's no amount of tinkering with SEO or paid search metrics or website conversion that's going to fix things. And that's why we see so many people frustrated. Now, we use a phrase, simplify, then amplify. And by that, we mean make sure your marketing message resonates with your ideal customer first, then start pumping time and money into promoting it. But how do we move towards a marketing message that does resonate? Well, one principle is that often our audience only absorbs 5 or 10% of the content we publish. So whilst as digital marketers we might feel great and like we're prolific with our marketing and the message feels clear for us as the marketers, for our audience it's different. They don't feel the same clarity we do, and we might actually have to repeat the same messages 10 or 20 times to them for them to understand the same way that we do. So part of this process has to be repetition of the same message, and probably the point where we as marketers feel we're being too repetitive isn't actually repetitive enough. And you can see this if you study any big national retail or corporate marketing campaign. It's always repetition of a sometimes stupidly simple message. And by the way, this is also how elections are won these days. So 2019, the Conservatives win the election with a simple 3-word phrase, get Brexit done. Now, the marketers were not interested in the politics of the campaign, but if we look back and see that, for example, election day, the Conservatives tweet that 3-word phrase 19 times, we can understand why they won. They'd simplified and then amplified. And in our workshops, we run an exercise on national brands too. One of the case studies we look at is Starbucks. And so far we've had over 100 people complete the workshop, and we found that each group can always identify exactly what the Starbucks brand stands for, whether they're a customer or not. And that's because all of Starbucks marketing, online and offline, in 30,000 coffee shops, is built around 3 simple content pillars, repeated relentlessly in every ad, in every coffee shop, and across all of their digital marketing. They too simplified and then amplified. And one useful tool you can use to simplify your message or your content is to think of the power of 3. So 3 simple concepts, and that's all you ever talk about. And for each, a simple 3-word phrase that encapsulates it. So for example, our team talks about record-breaking results because that's what we deliver for our clients, and we want prospects to know if you work with us, you'll see record-breaking results. And we could talk about that in lots of different ways, but because we use that phrase repeatedly, our prospects and customers come to know and associate us with the outcome. So what are the 3 simple concepts your customers want to hear about from you? How often do you repeat those themes in your marketing? Do you actually confuse your message by bringing other less important themes in too? And what's the 3-word phrase that your ideal customer could easily remember about you, come to associate with you, even if they only see your marketing very occasionally? It may take some trial and error, but once you perfect this, you'll find you've got a marketing message that cuts through really well, and then all of your marketing will start to perform better.